I want you to walk into your bathroom right now and just look at it. Not at the dirt, not at what needs cleaning. Just look at the products. The shower puff hanging in the corner, the toothpaste on the sink, the deodorant on the shelf, the spray bottle under the counter, the toilet paper on the roll. Every single one of those products is doing something to your body that most people never find out. Not because the information does not exist, but because nobody ever thought to put it clearly on the label. Today I'm going to walk you through 10 of them, what they are actually doing, what the science actually shows, and what non-toxic alternative works better for less money. No expensive wellness brands, no products you have to order from overseas. Everything I am going to show you today you can find at any American grocery store, and the complete fix costs about $3 total. Let me start with the one hanging in your shower right now. That plastic mesh shower puff. The pink or blue or purple scrunched ball you have probably had since last spring is made of nylon or polyethylene mesh. Researchers studying synthetic textiles have found that plastic mesh materials can release microscopic fibers during use, and they release them onto skin that you have just opened up with hot water. But the fiber shedding is only half the problem, and honestly, it is not even the bigger half. That puff never fully dries. The room never fully dries. The mesh traps soap residue and dead skin cells in its folds at room temperature, permanently. That faint smell you tell yourself is just old soap? That is bacterial and fungal colonies growing inside the mesh. A 2011 study published in the Journal of Clinical Microbiology found significant bacterial contamination in used shower poofs, including Pseudomonas aeruginosa and Klebsiella pneumoniae, organisms that have no business being in your shower. Every morning you are pressing a warm, damp, bacteria-loaded object against clean, wet skin. Here is the non-toxic fix: a plain cotton washcloth. That is it. Cotton dries properly when hung flat. It washes clean on a hot cycle. It does not trap bacteria the way folded plastic mesh does. A pack of plain white cotton washcloths cost about $4 and last for years. If you prefer exfoliation, a natural loofah gourd works the same way, dries properly, and when it wears out it composts. Nothing about it grows a permanent bacterial colony because water actually moves through it instead of getting trapped in folded plastic. For your current shower puff, a 30-minute soak in a solution of 2 tablespoons of white vinegar per cup of warm water significantly reduces surface bacterial load. But the structural problem, the permanently damp trapped mesh, does not go away. That one needs to be replaced. If this is the kind of thing you want to know about, hit subscribe. I put one of these out every week. Every single one will change something in your home. Before we go through the remaining 9, I want to give you a framework so you know exactly what you are looking for. Every bathroom product that causes a problem does it in one of 3 ways. The first is microplastics, products that release synthetic fibers or particles that researchers are actively studying for long-term exposure effects. The second is chemicals, products with specific compounds that off-gas into the air you breathe, react dangerously with other products, or contain ingredients that regulatory bodies in multiple countries have flagged. The third is bacteria, products that look clean and feel clean, but are actively growing microbial colonies that transfer directly onto your body. One important thing before we go further: natural does not automatically mean safer. Synthetic does not automatically mean dangerous. What matters is whether a product is doing the job it claims and what it is leaving behind. I am going to separate what we know from what is still being studied. 10 products, 3 categories, a non-toxic fix for every single one. Let us keep going. The second product is the one you reach for the moment you step out of the shower. Most American bathroom towels sold as cotton are actually a cotton and polyester blend, sometimes significantly plastic by composition, engineered to feel thick and soft in your hand when you pick it up in the store. Polyester was blended into towels starting in the 1960s because it was cheaper per pound than cotton and made the towel feel heavier and more luxurious on the shelf. The towel felt like cotton because it was specifically engineered to feel like cotton without being fully cotton. Synthetic textiles are a documented source of microfiber shedding during laundering and use. Research on microfiber pollution in waterways has identified synthetic towels and clothing as significant contributors. The health implications of that shedding specifically onto skin are still being actively studied. I want to be clear about that. But if reducing synthetic fiber exposure matters to you, the fix is simple. Check your towel label right now. Look for 100% cotton, not cotton blend, not Egyptian cotton blend, 100% cotton. The price difference between a cotton blend towel and a 100% cotton towel at any American store is almost nothing. You are not paying a wellness premium. You are just choosing the material that has been drying people off for hundreds of years before polyester existed. The third one you put directly into your mouth twice a day. Here is a piece of history that most people have never heard. The nylon bristled plastic toothbrush was launched by DuPont in 1938. Not because research showed it cleaned teeth better than the natural bristle brushes that had been used for centuries before it, but because DuPont had just invented nylon and needed consumer products to sell it through. The plastic toothbrush exists because a chemical company needed a market, and you have been buying a fresh one every 3 months of your adult life ever since. The practical concern with nylon bristles is bristle stiffness and wear, not microplastic danger. The American Dental Association recommends soft bristles, specifically because harder bristles damage enamel and gum tissue, regardless of what they are made of. Most Americans use a medium or hard brush when soft is what dentists recommend. The non-toxic upgrade, a bamboo-handled toothbrush with soft, natural bristles. Available at most American pharmacies and grocery stores for the same price as the plastic version. The handle is compostable, and you are no longer buying a fresh piece of plastic every 3 months for the rest of your life. Replace it when the bristles become visibly worn, which for most people is roughly every 3 to 4 months. Soft bristles, gentle pressure, that is what actually protects your teeth. That is the microplastic category, 3 products. Now, before we move into the chemical category, I want to say something important because this next section covers some strong claims, and I want to be straight with you about what the evidence actually shows. Some of these products have ingredients that multiple regulatory bodies have flagged. Some have ingredients where the research is still developing. I am going to tell you which is which. The goal is not to scare you into throwing everything away. The goal is to help you make a genuinely smarter decision about what goes on your body every day. 4 products in the chemical category, and one of them is going to be the one you least expected. Commercial toothpaste is the one most people never question. It has a seal of approval right on the box. Your dentist gave you a sample at your last cleaning. You have been using the same brand since you were a child. Here is what is worth knowing about what is in the tube. Sodium lauryl sulfate, the foaming agent, is a well-documented trigger for recurrent mouth ulcers in a portion of the population. If you get mouth ulcers and have never been able to figure out why, this is worth investigating. Studies in the Journal of Clinical Periodontology have found significant reductions in aphthous ulcers when SLS-free toothpaste is used. Titanium dioxide is used as a whitening agent. The European Union banned it as a food additive in 2022, citing safety concerns about nanoparticle ingestion. The FDA still permits it in the United States. The regulatory picture is genuinely divided and worth being aware of. Artificial dyes, sweeteners, and in some formulas, antimicrobial agents, all sitting in your mouth twice a day against the most vascular tissue you have. And the tube itself, metallic outside, plastic inside, cannot be recycled by any facility in the United States. Here is the non-toxic fix, and I want to be specific about this because the internet gives a lot of bad advice on toothpaste. Do not replace your toothpaste with plain baking soda as your only daily dental care. Baking soda cleans effectively and is mildly alkaline, but it does not provide the remineralization your enamel needs long-term. The smart upgrade is hydroxyapatite toothpaste. Hydroxyapatite is the mineral that makes up approximately 97% of your tooth enamel. Research from Japanese dental science, where it has been used since 1978, shows it rebuilds enamel at the surface level rather than just coating it. American brands like Boca and Risewell now carry it at most health food stores and on Amazon for about $10, the same price as the premium conventional brands. If you want to keep fluoride, look for a fluoride toothpaste with fewer ingredients and no artificial dyes or SLS. Those exist at every grocery store. Baking soda is excellent as an occasional deep clean between regular brushing, once or twice a week on a damp brush before your regular toothpaste, not as a daily replacement. The seal on the toothpaste box was a business arrangement. You now know enough to make a smarter one. The next one you rolled on under both arms this morning the way you have every morning since you were about 13. Aluminum chlorohydrate is the active ingredient in almost every antiperspirant sold in the United States. Here is exactly what it does, and I want to be precise about this because there is a lot of misinformation on both sides of this topic. Aluminum salts physically plug your sweat ducts with a temporary soft plug so that sweat cannot come out. That is the mechanism. That is all it does. The debate about aluminum and long-term health effects is genuinely unresolved. Major health organizations, including the National Cancer Institute, have stated there is no conclusive scientific evidence linking antiperspirant use to cancer or disease. I am not going to tell you something different. But here is what is worth reconsidering, and this is about chemistry, not fear. Sweat itself is odorless. Body odor comes from specific bacteria on your skin surface that feed on sweat compounds and produce odorous byproducts. Antiperspirant addresses the sweat. It does not address the bacteria. So when you stop using it, the bacteria are still exactly where they were, waiting. The smarter approach addresses the actual source. Baking soda paste, a small amount mixed with just enough water to make a paste, applied to dry skin after showering. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline. The specific bacteria responsible for body odor, Corynebacterium and Staphylococcus, cannot effectively produce odorous compounds in an alkaline environment. No sweat gland is blocked. Your body's natural temperature regulation continues uninterrupted. If baking soda irritates your skin, and for some people with sensitive skin it does, stop using it immediately. Choose a fragrance-free, aluminum-free deodorant instead. Several solid options are available at any American pharmacy for under $5. The goal is addressing the bacteria. How you get there should work for your skin. This one most people push back on immediately. Stay with me. A 2023 study from the University of Florida examined toilet paper as a source of PFAS compounds, the same forever chemicals being phased out of non-stick cookware and food packaging, entering wastewater systems. The study found that toilet paper contributes meaningfully to PFAS loading in wastewater across the United States. The research was focused on environmental contamination, not on proving direct skin absorption. I want to be clear about that distinction. What the research does show is that these compounds are present in a product used daily on sensitive skin. Chlorine bleaching is the more established concern. Commercial toilet paper is bleached to produce that clinical white, a process that generates chlorine byproducts. The softness comes from resins and treatments applied after bleaching. The non-toxic fix is simple and costs the same or less. Unbleached toilet paper, available at most American grocery stores under brands like 7th Generation and store brand recycled options. No chlorine processing, no softening chemical treatments, just paper. If you want to go further, a bidet attachment for your existing toilet costs about $30 to $40, installs in 10 minutes without any plumbing knowledge, and eliminates most paper use entirely. It pays for itself in paper savings within 3 months. You do not have to remodel your bathroom. You just have to choose unbleached. This one has a genuine documented safety issue, and I want to make sure you hear this clearly. The bathroom cleaning spray under your sink almost certainly contains chlorine bleach. Bleach is genuinely effective. It kills bacteria and mold. I am not telling you it does not work. Here is the problem. Chlorine bleach off-gases into the air of the smallest, least ventilated room in your home. The same lungs that inhale those fumes are the lungs that live in that room afterward. But the real danger, the one that sends thousands of Americans to emergency rooms every year, is what happens when bleach meets ammonia. Most glass cleaners and many toilet cleaners contain ammonia. The moment those two products come into contact, even residual traces on a surface, they form chloramine gas. And here is something equally important that I need you to hear. Never mix bleach with vinegar either. Combining bleach with any acid, including white vinegar, produces chlorine gas. These are not interchangeable cleaning products. They are chemically incompatible. The non-toxic fix: 2 ingredients, 2 separate jobs, never combined. Baking soda paste for scrubbing, tiles, grout, tub surface, toilet bowl. The mild abrasion cleans without scratching. The alkalinity neutralizes odor-producing bacteria. White vinegar diluted 1 part to 3 parts water in a spray bottle for surfaces, sink, faucet, mirror, toilet seat. Acetic acid dissolves mineral deposits and disrupts bacterial growth on contact. Baking soda for scrubbing, vinegar for spraying. Different jobs, never on the same surface at the same time, never combined with bleach. Total cost, about $2.50. No chloramine, no fumes, no chemical reactions that do not belong in your bathroom. 4 chemical products down. The third category surprises people the most, because these products look clean, smell fine, and feel like they are doing exactly what they should. But 2 of them are actively growing microbial colonies that transfer directly onto your body. And 1 of them is probably the dirtiest object in your entire home. 3 products. Let us finish this. Your bath mat sits on the bathroom floor and absorbs moisture from wet feet every single day. It almost never fully dries between uses. The underside stays damp against the tile permanently. A damp textile at room temperature with a constant supply of organic material from wet feet is a textbook bacterial growth environment. Research published in Applied and Environmental Microbiology has documented that bathroom textiles kept in humid conditions accumulate significant microbial populations rapidly, within days of last washing. And every morning you step out of the shower clean and immediately stand on it. The non-toxic fix: wash it every single week, not every month, every week. Hot water cycle: add 2 tablespoons of oxygen bleach, OxyClean or store brand sodium percarbonate to the wash per the product label directions. Oxygen bleach significantly reduces microbial buildup and breaks down into water and oxygen with no chemical residue. Between washes, hang it over the side of the tub or on a hook after every shower so air can reach both sides. A bath mat that dries properly between uses accumulates a fraction of the bacteria of one left flat on a damp floor. And once a month, spray the tile underneath where the mat sits with your diluted vinegar solution and allow it to air dry before replacing the mat. The tile accumulates the same bacteria and needs to be addressed separately. The warning is printed on every single box: do not insert into the ear canal. Most people have never once read it. The ear canal is a self-cleaning system. Earwax migrates outward naturally, carrying debris with it. When you insert a cotton swab, you push that wax back inward, packing it against the eardrum and causing the exact impaction the wax was trying to prevent. The American Academy of Otolaryngology, the medical specialty that deals with ear health, has issued clear guidance against inserting any object into the ear canal for cleaning purposes. This is not a fringe position. It is the mainstream medical consensus. The non-toxic fix: stop inserting them into your ears. Your ear canal does not need your help. If you experience genuine wax buildup discomfort, speak with a pharmacist about an appropriate wax softening product. A clinician can remove buildup safely if needed. Cotton swabs are genuinely useful tools for cleaning small corners, applying topical products to skin, detail work around the home. Just not for the purpose that is printed on the box. Your ears were cleaning themselves perfectly effectively before 1923, when the cotton swab was invented. They will continue to do so if you leave them alone. The last one on this list is not a product. It is the habit that determines whether every other product on this list becomes a problem in the first place. A Western bathroom is built around one assumption: the bathroom is where you clean yourself. You step in dirty, soap yourself, and step out cleaner. Every product on this list exists to compensate for the problems that assumption creates. The antibacterial spray because the room stays damp. The heavy antiperspirant because the source of the odor was never addressed. The powerful toothpaste because the cleaning routine was never questioned. Here is the smarter assumption, and it costs absolutely nothing. The bathroom is where you maintain a body that is already being treated well. What does that mean practically? Shower at night if your schedule allows. Your skin is at its cleanest when you go to bed. The sheets stay cleaner, the pillowcase stays cleaner, and you wake up genuinely fresh rather than showering off the night and heading into the day. Leave the bathroom door open and the exhaust fan running for 15 minutes after every shower. Moisture is the single biggest driver of bacterial growth in every product and surface in this room. Reduce the moisture and you reduce the bacterial load across everything. Hang every wet textile, bath mat, towel, washcloth, so that air reaches all surfaces. A towel folded on a hook in a closed, humid bathroom stays damp for 12 hours. A towel hung flat in a ventilated space dries in 2. Those 10 hours of difference are where Moraxella bacteria, the organism responsible for that sour, wet dog smell on your towels, multiplies. None of this requires buying anything. None of it requires replacing anything. It just requires understanding what the bathroom is actually for and working with your body instead of spending money every month fighting the results of ignoring it. 10 products and habits, 3 categories, and almost every fix comes down to the same 3 ingredients. White vinegar, about $1.50. This handles your bathroom spray replacement, your tile floor treatment, your drain maintenance, and your bath mat spot treatment between washes. Acetic acid disrupts bacterial environments and dissolves mineral deposits without reacting dangerously with anything else in the room, as long as it is kept away from bleach. Baking soda, about $1. This handles your bathroom scrubbing paste, your intermittent toothpaste boost, your deodorant alternative, and your drain maintenance. Sodium bicarbonate is alkaline, mildly abrasive, and creates an environment where odor-causing bacteria cannot function effectively. Oxygen bleach, about $1.50 per use from a large tub that lasts months. This handles your bath mat weekly wash, your towel deep clean, your washcloth maintenance, and any bathroom textile with a persistent smell problem. It breaks down into water and oxygen with no chemical residue. Total for the core kit, $2.50. Add oxygen bleach and you are at about $4 for ingredients that last most of the year. Here is your weekly routine. 15 minutes total spread across the week. Every day, leave the bathroom door open and fan running after showering. Hang all wet textiles flat to dry. Every week, wash bath mat on hot with oxygen bleach. Baking soda paste down the drain followed by vinegar and boiling water. Wipe tile under the bath mat with diluted vinegar. Once a month, deep clean bathroom surfaces with baking soda paste and vinegar spray separately. Check your toothbrush. Replace when bristles are worn. That is the complete smart method non-toxic bathroom system. Not a wellness overhaul, not an expensive replacement project. 3 ingredients, 15 minutes a week, and a bathroom that is actually cleaner than the one you have been maintaining with a cabinet full of products. Before you close this video, 3 questions. Run them on every product in your bathroom tonight. Write these down. Question 1. Is this product working on the actual problem or is it masking the symptom? The bathroom spray covers the smell of bacteria instead of eliminating the source. The antiperspirant blocks sweat instead of addressing the odor-causing bacteria. The shower puff scrubs harder while the real problem grows inside it. If a product is masking, it is costing you money every month for a problem that is still there. Question 2. Do I actually know what this product is made of? Not the marketing on the front, the ingredient list on the back. If you would not put it in your food, it is worth knowing it is going on your skin or in your mouth, where absorption is equally direct. Question 3. How long has this product been in my bathroom, and when did I last actually clean it? The shower puff, the bath mat, the toothbrush holder, the soap dish base. If you genuinely cannot remember, that is your answer. Start tonight with one thing. Throw the shower puff in a bowl of 2 tablespoons white vinegar per cup of warm water, 30 minutes soak. Then replace it with a plain cotton washcloth. 1 product, 1 change. And if this was useful, drop a comment below with the word method. I will put together the complete non-toxic bathroom product list, every replacement, every cost, every source, in one place. See you in the next one.